Hey, entertainers, Rick the Gig Coach here, and I wanted to share some thoughts with you. I just finished watching the movie Jobs, about the life of Steve Jobs, the founder of Apple Computer. And I have to say, it triggered me. It took me back to my corporate days and rang so many bells in my head. And I remembered so much of my life that I wasted in that environment, that cutthroat corporate sales, marketing, all of that. Some of it, on my part, was in the information technology. We did computer programming, some of that. I related to it. And the thing I took away from it, here's this guy, Steve Jobs, who was very talented, but he absolutely had no compass as far as what life was about, what it was supposed to be about. Nor did I. When I went through my early years of, chasing what I thought was success, what the world told me was success, really had nothing to do with success. Because success is actually up to each individual to define. What they told me success was a six-figure income and a nice title after your name and people recognizing you in your industry and being somebody, a big shot, having a country club membership, having a nice golf game. None of that stuff mattered in the end. You know what mattered? I should have been doing what I was born to do, which was entertain, play music, sing, be in front of people. That was my gift, but I was talked out of it. The irony is, when I finally, not by choice, was forced to do what I should have been doing all the time, it ended up much better. I ended up in a better situation than I was with my six-figure corporate job, even financially. There's a lot of money to be made as a good entertainer, and you don't have to go to Nashville or Los Angeles or New York. In fact, you're better off the farther you are away from those large areas if you want to make a good living as a solo performer. Steve Jobs didn't understand what was really important in life. And what I want you to understand before you waste many, many more years, you should invest in those things that are going to last in this life. What are those? It's investing in your talent and what you were put on this earth to do. Now, if you're watching this, you're a musician, you're a performer, you are an entertainer. You probably never had a Grammy for your work. You probably never had a music video go viral. That doesn't matter. What matters is, are you being the best version of you? That's where your Grammys and Emmys and Academy Awards and all of that is in being the best version of you, contributing what you were put on this earth to contribute before your time is up. Like Steve Jobs, time is up. Unfortunately, he passed away with cancer. He had made $1 quadrillion and lived in mansions and had everything he wanted, but he was not a happy individual. And what my goal is to help you find that happy place in your life, like I was able to find in mine. But you're not going to find it in corporate America or climbing that ladder or striving. Oh, you may get material rewards. You may get money and, stuff. Let me tell you, stuff comes and stuff goes. But when you are finished in this race and you're on your deathbed, I can promise you, you're not going to care about your stuff. You're not going to care how many zeros are in your bank account, how much your stock portfolio is worth. You're only going to care about the things that you contributed and the people around you that you touched, your loved ones, your family, your friends. That's what matters in the end. You're not taking any of this stuff with you. So in the meantime, invest in you. Be the best version of you that you can be. You've been given a gift to sing or to play or to be an announcer, be an MC, to entertain people, whether that's on a huge scale I've been fortunate to play some of the biggest stages in the world as a solo performer. Not bragging. I mean, it's just I did the formula and it worked and it got me there. Whether you're there or whether you're in the hospice room of a person who's dying, and I've done that too. We have a charity, I don't, but there's a charity that sends in performers for people in hospice. It's like their final wish or whatever. And you go do a little private show for them for 30 minutes or whatever, sing the songs they like, spend that time with them. That's what's important, not all the other stuff. So that's what I wanted to share with you while it was on my heart. The Entertainers University, the Gig Coach Workshop, it's about helping you find your happy place. And that will usually entail making good income if you're doing what you were born to do and you use certain procedures and techniques to do it. You'll make good money, but that's not the end all be all. That's just kind of a byproduct of you doing what you were put here to do. I want to encourage you, always encourage you to be the best version of you can be. Let's do it together. Rick the Gig Coach. In 2008, I was a burned out, stressed out, recently divorced guy who played guitar and sang with a band. I hated my corporate day job and dreamed of becoming a full-time solo performer, but I didn't have a clue how to do it or anyone to teach me. I had to figure it all out by studying the masters of solo entertainment in places like Las Vegas and Atlantic City, and I did. The Gig Coach system I created over the last 20 years allowed me to become a full-time, well-paid singer, musician, DJ, and event host, and I love my life today. Now, I want to show others who want to live their dreams exactly how to do what I did, but without the pitfalls and mistakes I made along the way. I help frustrated solo performers who don't have a clue how to package and market their talent go from not even being able to get cheap paying gigs in an oversaturated market to living their dreams as a full-time solo performer, no matter what their current musical skill level happens to be. If this sounds like something you've been looking for, go to thegigcoach.com and check it out right now. That's thegigcoach.com. You've got nothing to lose and potentially everything to gain.